What is up, guys and gals? Psycho Supaman here. Lock it in, rip the keys off the keyboard, unplug the mouse. This is Enderal. Once again, this is episode 3. We're back in this Skyrim total conversion mod. Episode 2 was, I ain't gonna lie, boring as shit. Trying to find my way off the coast, I couldn't do it. Trying to figure out the keys and the hotkeys and everything else, and I was playing with my Xbox One Elite controller and it was not working. I couldn't even open up any of my menus or some of my menus, so I scratched that. So I'm going mouse and keyboard. I'm just gonna have to grin and bear and figure this shit out with mouse and keyboard, because these RPG type games I like playing with my controller. Also, I was having a graphical issue. Even my Pascal Titan X was only running this thing at like 30 FPS. Sometimes it'll spike down to like 20. So I had to go in and fix some FXAA and some filtering and things like that, and anti-aliasing. I had to turn all that down. So we're gonna try it and see how this is gonna work. I have no idea how this is gonna work, but I hope that it runs better. So without further ado, let's jump right into this. I'm not gonna lie, this is tough, guys. This game is really tough. I have about an hour 15 minutes into it, and the fighting, it's not like Skyrim. Well, technically it is Skyrim, just with another skin, but the fighting is different. Like, you actually gotta think, and you actually have to use tactics and potions. And I remember just going into Skyrim, just hacking and slashing. Like, you actually have to block and parry and bash to win a fight. So that aspect of it is interesting. As far as the detail in it, it's very, very graphically detailed. I just don't like the blur. So I gotta learn these keys now, because this is all new to me. So let's go down the list and see. So obviously, forward, back, strafe, left, right. Left hand is M2, right hand is M1. E activate. Tab is character menu. F sprint is left L. Mouse button 3 is talent. Toggle always run as caps. Auto move. Favorites is Q. Okay, that's really what I needed to know. Quick inventory is mouse button 5. What is mouse button for? Okay, there's my quick inventory. There's a map. Okay. So that's block. This is slashing. Alright. There we go. This is the menu I could not open up with my keyboard. I mean, with my gamepad. So this is really what I needed to see. I have 5 learning points. I don't know how to activate these or what I'm even supposed to do. I have no idea. So I guess I'm supposed to get 15 learning points. I don't know. This is confusing. I mean, it's fucking pretty though. It really is. Oh, our first person. Answers marked with blank carry store forward, but there's a chance of some dialogue options. I couldn't even read that.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir? Who am I? Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
Watch your back, bro.
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
For the moment.
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever. Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell. To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
Alright, Jon Snow.
Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Maybe so. Generates 9. Absorbs 3 points of health from the target. Let's see, you can have that. You can have that. You can have that. Keeping all my potions. Need potions in this mod. It's like a must-have. We'll keep that playing because I don't know what that's for. Got 2 ambrosias. How much gold do I have? I have 72. That's it. I don't fucking, you don't have anything.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed.
Oh,
Carbos, do we need this still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Places, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no. By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself. Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
I'm a little drunk.
Thank you. Gruntrudes, Gruntrudes. Ah, here we go.
Dude, hurry up. I'm fucking dying, bro. I see the light.
So,
There's not much
let's
left.
see. Sheer cup, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn! The still!
Explosion.
Great,
Ha ha. Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh!
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days. What, you mean the still? Bad quality, and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be. Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalleries. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
Oh!
What the? Carbos!
Arrow to the neck.
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Carbos! Do something, damn it! Do something!
Shit, son. What are we dealing with? Somebody sent that arrow right in his neck. And he's still there for like 10 seconds.
Now would you look at that? Our mysterious survivor has awoken. Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are in my very own campsite. And before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into a thicket. Luckily enough, most of your injuries are only superficial, and I've already taken care of them. Your fever, though, is an entirely different story.
My
Yep,
fever.
quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from first-degree Arcanist's fever. I'm quite surprised that the old apothecarius didn't see that, to be honest. You're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? And you're feeling unusually strong and dizzy at the same time? While drinking herbal potions leaves a, well, kind of a bitter feeling in your head?
What the fuck is this shit? Yeah, my damn.
Yep, your magical talent has broken free inside you.
Bit Defender antivirus
I don't
started
have any
scanning.
myself, but I've worked together with
Damn it.
enough Arcanists to know the signs. Simply put, what's happening is that your body can't cope with the magic. This isn't much of a problem at first, but if you don't do anything about it within the next couple of months, you'll find yourself running through the Heartland naked, throwing fireballs at everything that moves. You'll lose your mind, to speak plain and all. Yes, of course. Though someone who's magically gifted will always react differently to certain situations than someone who isn't. As I said, some herbs will always worsen your fever, as will magically contaminated areas. Among other things, yes. Just as being magically gifted can make a person powerful, it can also make them sensitive and prone to certain conditions.
I drink that.
Just don't overdo it sleeping in ruins or in the wilderness. Instead, set up a camp somewhere. Plus, as you've already said yourself, don't overdo it with potions. What? No, that won't help you in the long run. What you need is ambrosia, a special mixture of herbs that can remedy the fever without any side effects. Every good alchemist has that in stock, but it'll cost you.
I got some of that ambrosia.
Visions? No. Well, none that I know of. The only visions I ever had were those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? Someone has to take care of your fever. And as it happens, I know someone who could. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. How did you get here? And what did you do in that temple? And what exactly did you see in those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you. And that makes me curious. So, healing for information. What do you say? Then shoot. I'm eager to listen.
Good. I'll have to hear that shit all again. Little cutscene action.
I understand. My condolences for your loss. So that means you somehow survived this execution. And before you got washed ashore, you had this dream? In which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light. I hope so. So your magical outburst didn't happen slowly as it usually does, but all of a sudden after this near-death experience. And with it came these visions.
Correct.
Interesting. I guess you know how absurd all this must sound, but somehow I believe you. Heck knows why, but I do. So, that means I'll introduce you to my employer. If anyone can help you, it's him. There is, however, one thing with which I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can start our journey to Ark.
I want to go to Ark.
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone, rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by the Lord, and blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. If you plan on staying in this land, sooner or later you'll see it with your own eyes.
Okay, I'll help.
Splendid. There are some things that need some explanation before we can get started, however. Where should I start? I take it you've noticed that in the past 2.5 years, this world has fallen into political chaos, right?
I guess.
Civil wars, everywhere,
Sorry, dude. Gear comes first, man. Gear always first.
And even though Enderal isn't directly affected by these wars going on everywhere, there are strange things happening here too. Take the Woods-Ears, for example. There have been an unusual number of reports of wanderers being attacked by them in the open, which has never happened before. And the same goes for the Lost Ones, the living dead. Until 2 years ago, they were a rather rare magical phenomenon. But now every other corpse not properly cremated starts walking again as if it were the most natural thing to do. The strangest thing, however, is what they call the Red Madness. Yeah, it's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their minds. Just a couple of weeks ago, for instance, there was a smith in Ark who slaughtered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young noblewoman who killed herself by setting her family estate on fire for no apparent reason. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen of them. That and the fact that the possessed's eyes glow red shortly before and during their deed has made people call it the Red Madness.
My daddy had reds.
And just 3 days ago it happened again. Only this time it was a magister from within the Holy Order itself.
my daddy had red eyes. I remember that shit. The Red Darkness or whatever they're calling it. Seems like some Daisy or World War Z type shit.
Right, you're not from here. A magister's a kind of sage from the Holy Order, who teaches the young novices who are aspiring to become keepers or arcanists. Yarrow was his name, a man who had more than 60 winners on his back. He killed 15 novices and himself.
You mean Darth Vader?
According to the only eyewitness to survive, he entered the teaching room as usual to give a lecture on alchemy. But instead, he gave a strange speech in which he explained that humanity is corrupt, void, as he put it. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and, well, he tore himself apart with a magical explosion. You can imagine the kind of uproar that caused. Well, I'm not exactly one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. I guess you could say my specialty is recovering things that have been lost. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do exactly that. They want to know how a highly intelligent man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And also if there's a discernible pattern to how this malady, or whatever it is, chooses its victims. True, but that's irrelevant. Yarrow grew up in a small village named Riverville, which isn't far from here. And according to some of the other wardens, he visited this area quite often after his partner's death. So it's quite possible we could find some clues around here. Shards of his past, if you like. I've already searched most of the area, but a second pair of eyes wouldn't hurt. What do you think? Well, for starters, I need you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred. He was a childhood friend of Yarrow's, and he might be able to tell us something worthwhile. Secondly, a boy from the village told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the water near a cliff to the east. Go there and see if you can find whatever it was he wanted to get rid of. I myself will have a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Here, this is a map of the region. The blue dot over here is Yarrow's old house. And at the risk of sounding heartless, you should head back to the apothecary's camp. Maybe the bandits left behind some equipment. If there's nothing else, I'd say off we go. Let's shed some light on this Yarrow and his motivations. Meet me at his old house when you're ready. I'll be waiting there.
Alright. Get that off of there. The resting place, apothecary camp, down back this way. I think I'm going to sword and board this. Considering the it's like the complexity of the whole magicka, and I don't even know what you want to call it. Oh, it's bandit. Wow. Magic seems complex in here, so use my sword and board this the entire way. My boy at Finn, there's my boy. Fucked up, dude. See y'all hiding chests back here and shit. Trying to hide them from me. Don't think so. That's what I'm talking about. Can I get in there? Fuck no, it won't let me. Alright. Let's see what we got here. I don't even know what that does. That old sword does 4, iron sword does 4. Drop those. Favorite that, drop that. Drop that. Drop it. Try to do this long. Alright, I'm learning these controls. I'm getting there. Appreciate you guys' patience with me as we basically set this story up. I think we're done here. Satisfied. Let's roll out. Oh, yes. Yes, I can. Get the old iron sword. Let me get off of this because I'm going to hit that on accident. Some shit going on back there. Oh, it's a fight. It's 2 spiders. Oh, this is gonna be a fucking battle. Get back. Burn, baby, burn. Just go and burn on, burn, baby, burn. Don't ever run up in me like that. There's another one. Just looking, just looking. Oh, yes. Yeah! Let's do this. Iron Axe is 5. Let's unfavorite this. I'm definitely a fan of Iron Axes. Take a few of those. Definitely take those. Oh, I don't want that basket. Whatever, I'll find a use for it. Huh. Well, hindsight's 20/20. Oh well. Oh, too bad he doesn't sheath that sword. That'd have been badass. Alright, we're off. Tell you, man, these animals don't play, bruh. They don't fucking play. I can get my help. Okay. You don't mess with you. You don't mess with me. Run, dude. Yes. Finally stopped. Alright guys, we got cut part 3 right here. And this is just the very beginning, so obviously it's going to be slow. Sorry about the long dialogue, but I just want you guys to see the story, what's going on. We're going to cut a lot of this out, but a lot of this episode had a bunch of the storyline in it, so I didn't want to be getting that out. So I appreciate you guys' patience. Like I said, I know it's slow paced, but it is what it is. But if you guys are enjoying yourselves, please like, comment, and subscribe for more gameplay footage. I'm Psycho Sam.